This one right here, lights are on, nobody's home. One of our site coordinators one day in a meeting, we were talking about signage, and we had an office that was empty, and it was like the owner's like, leave the lights on all the time so that somebody knows we're not shut down, or something, because nobody's on site. They wanted the light to be on all the time. So one of our guys said, well, we should have a sign that says something like, lights are on but nobody's home. So we did. It was pretty cool. And if you can see on there, there's a phone number, there's a website. Our other one there, it shows this is how you rent a unit. There's a QR code, there's a website, there's a phone number. It's very easy. I have, sometimes people try to rent units. Most self-storage facilities that have people on site, they're usually open 9 to 5, 9 to 6, as a whole. Some people vary from that, but you've got those hours. So if somebody wants to rent a unit, they're either going to have to try to do it at lunch, maybe leave work early. Having a call center 12 hours a day and a website 24 makes it a lot easier for them. They can rent it and go out whenever they want to. And I'm a partner, like I said, in 7 facilities. In one of them, the only one that I'm in that we don't manage ourselves. And I've had it before we actually existed as a management company. And one of the big REITs manages it for us. It's in Kissimmee, Florida, 3-story, 900 units, very nice facility. The last 2 times I've been there, okay, we pay over $105,000 a year in payroll expenses on that site, okay? The last 2 times I've been there, the freaking office is locked and there's no manager on site, a sign, be back soon. I ain't too happy about that. So could you imagine how a customer's going to be? Let's say they left work to go rent a unit. Nobody there to rent it to. Okay, we just did away with that. We did away with that. And yes, I am working on getting my partners on with us and away from the other one. Some of the challenges and things that you've got to think about, that you've got to cover, that you've got to deal with if you're going to go remotely. So let's talk about some of them. There's more than we fit on this one page. So cash payments is always a question. How do you do cash payments? We don't. We don't do cash payments. We don't do checks. It's only credit card. And we give them a transition period. You've got 60 days to give us a credit card or you're no longer renting here. And if somebody were to send us a check more than, outside that 60 days, we're going to send it back and say, sorry, you're late, because we've laid it out very, very clearly. Here's the way things work now. No credit cards. No checks, no cash. It's got to be a credit card. And what we have found, because people, we've taken over facilities that we've owned in the past, and the existing managers or owners that were there would say, oh my gosh, nobody's ever going to go for that. You're not going to get people to change over to that. You're not going to get people to give up paying cash and stuff. What we found is most of the time everybody's like, thank goodness, we've been wanting to pay with credit cards. Thank you very much. Most of them, that's the way it is. We find that, between 1 and 200 units, somewhere in there, we lose up to 1 person maybe during the transition. That's what we've seen. So you really don't lose anybody. Most of the time, they're glad to have it. So that's always a big question. How do you deal with cash payments? We don't.